What if The Simpsons were in South Park?
Crossover episode. They did that already in Cartoon Wars Part 2 in 2006.
Yeah, I know that, Rumi, and nearly 2 decades later, ScreenRant is revisiting the idea. I'm Shel.
I'm Rumi.
And today we're dropping The Simpsons back into South Park. So what would?
Don't worry, Shel, I got this. Bart and Cartman still need to cancel Family Guy.
That is right, they teamed up to do that in Cartoon Wars Part 2, and 19 years later, Family Guy is still on the air.
Family Guy actually has way more episodes than South Park, but neither compared to The Simpsons' almost 800 episodes.
Just another reason for one more Cartman and Bart Simpson bromance to try and cancel Family Guy. And this time, when Cartman asks Bart what's the worst thing he's ever done, Bart will come prepared.
Oh yeah, that megaphone prank must have cost millions in damage. Canonically, Bart also destroyed Australia's ecosystem. And there's also that one where...
Yeah, and don't forget about Sideshow Bob. Bart teased and tormented a known serial killer for years. Bob's apparently a different man now, though.
But that could have gone the other way.
Yeah, anyways, but Bart shouldn't be the only Simpson involved. Bart and Cartman will attack Comedy Central with Homer.
Makes sense. Homer is the smartest Simpson.
Kinda mean, but I'm gonna allow it. Now, Bart and Cartman are master manipulators, and they'll need Homer to act as the muscle. But really, I just want to see Homer go through all 5 stages of grief while confronting a weirdly animated Seth MacFarlane.
Understandable, and arguably, Homer has the best plot armor out of any Simpson.
And after begging Seth to cancel Family Guy, Homer loses his temper, as usual, and he does his classic, "Why you little?" bit to Seth. Anyways, Cartman can then take the Simpson boys back home for some chili, and just as they're having their fill, he then reveals that they're actually eating Seth.
Classic South Park callback.
Bart stops eating, but Homer keeps shoveling chili into his mouth while panicking loudly. Homer then takes another bite saying, "Human meat?" as he chews on another mouthful.
Pretty dark, but on brand, I guess.
Look, Rumi, I didn't make up any of these tropes, and if you think that's dark, wait till you see what we got in mind next. Lisa falls in love with Kenny. Okay, so Lisa won't want anything to do with Bart's plan. She walks off elsewhere and meets Kenny at a playground. They get around to talking for hours. Well, Lisa does all the talking. We don't really hear what Kenny mumbles. But then Lisa replies, "Oh, Kenny, I'm so glad that we met in this lifetime."
Come to think of it, Kenny is the perfect sounding board for someone like Lisa.
Exactly. Lisa can do her philosophical musings in South Park, and whatever Lisa rambles on about, Kenny's mumbles just fill in the blanks. It's actually kind of sweet when you think about it. They might actually be the perfect cartoon couple.
A match made in heaven.
And speaking of heaven, like any South Park episode,
here it goes.
Kenny then dies. It doesn't even matter how. It would just be the perfect merging of the funniest long-running tropes behind both Kenny and Lisa Simpson.
Not so fun fact, Lisa has had about a dozen failed relationships in The Simpsons.
That is right, and since this is South Park, Kenny would be the perfect tragic boyfriend for Lisa. But now, how about Marge? Marge and Maggie will be secretly watching Family Guy back in Springfield. Okay, so back home, Marge picks up Maggie and heads off to the living room.
Ooh, can I do Marge?
Okay, give it a shot.
Maggie, Bart and Homie aren't home. You know what that means.
Maggie then jumps out of Marge's arms, picks up the remote, turns on the TV, and tunes into an episode of Family Guy. And just to add insult to injury, Marge even sings along to the Family Guy intro song.
I don't know, so Marge and Maggie won't even be in South Park?
No. They are back home in Springfield, but they'll be jaggedly animated in South Park style, like everyone else. Okay, so eventually it's revealed that Marge and Maggie are watching Cartman, Bart, and Homer march over to Comedy Central. When Homer does the "Why you little bit" to Seth MacFarlane, Marge winces. Family Guy still won't get canceled. So after eating Cartman's Seth MacFarlane chili, Homer, Bart, and Cartman are confused why Family Guy still isn't canceled. So they head on over back to Comedy Central, and in Seth's office, they get the surprise of their lives. Sitting behind the desk is a jaggedly animated Mr. Burns. "Wait, Mr. Burns?" Homer asks. Burns then replies, "Simpson, why aren't you at work?" "Anyways, I've invested in something far more diabolical and stable than nuclear fusion: syndicated animation." Defeated, Homer kneels to the floor, letting out a deafening
Whoa, okay, I did not see that coming.
Anyways, in the prologue, we go back to Marge and Maggie on the sofa at home, still watching Family Guy on TV. Discreetly, Maggie checks her phone and sees a text message from, surprise, Seth MacFarlane. Thanks for everything. Say hi to Marge for me. We then cut to Seth driving a convertible on a gorgeous coastal road. He puts down his phone and smiles with his car filled with Simpsons merchandise. Seth MacFarlane drives off into the sunset.
I do love happy endings. Oh, wait a minute. So that wasn't actually Seth they were eating?
No, that was just normal chili. Cartman's just a really good liar.
Well, that checks out.
So what do you think of our little Simpsons and South Park what if?
Post your thoughts in the comments.
Once again, I'm Shell. Thanks for stopping by and we'll see you next time.